So, to expect. The reason this video is, I'm doing this video is, number again. And this is for any oil field work, okay? But we're speaking mainly specifically for the Permian, getting down here into West Texas and New Mexico and such places. What to expect when you get here. So I'm going to give you a rundown of what you should expect with Brady, because I can't really speak for other companies and what to expect with them. I mean, I don't work for other companies, so I can't tell you what you're going to get there. So the first thing is obviously you're going to take a road test. That's going to be the first thing you do when you get here. That first Monday morning, we're going to give you a road test, and it may be someone like me that gives that to you. As a driver trainer, I'm cleared to do that. And it may be the orientation manager. But anyways, you're going to do a road test, and as soon as you're done with the road test, we're going to send you to the clinic. And at the clinic, you're going to get a physical, unless, of course, you have an up-to-date one with your long form. If you do have one that you've had done just in the last couple months and you're coming down, please make sure you bring your long form. If you don't have that long form, you're going to have to go take another one. Drug test. So if you're one of those guys that, or gals that can't stay off whatever your drug of preference is, please just don't come down. You know, I don't want to work with people like that, and we don't need it. I mean, no company does. That's all there is to it. But fit test. So what the fit test is for a respirator. It's a half mask. It's got some filters on it, and that's because we deal with silica dust out here blowing sand off. You breathe enough of that in over the years, and it can cause damage. So Brady provides you with the respirator so that you don't get that. We help protect you from that, but it's up to you to wear it. So once all that's done, okay, that's day one. You're going to do road tests, and they're going to send you straight to the clinic. Next day, you're going to start orientation. Now, orientation is just a few days long. It's not real long. We're going to go over some Brady policy. We're going to go over, or we're not. I'm not in there. But they're going to go over Brady policy. They're going to go over insurance. They're going to go over paperwork. You're going to do some practice tickets. Go over some of our procedures as far as what you do when you get on site. And then if you don't have one, we're going to put you through a PEC class, which is a universal safety class pretty much. So all these companies got together and said we need to come up with some universal stuff that they should expect everywhere, and that's your PEC certification. So you're going to go through that if you don't have one of those. All simple. It's not a hard test. Just pay attention and you got it. So what to expect after orientation. So everything's done. You've been cleared. HR's got your drug test back. Everything's good to go. It's time to go to work. You need to expect to work anytime, day or night. And you need to be prepared for that. So once your trainer is assigned to you, they're going to give you a name and number. So they're going to give you my name. If it's me, they're going to give you my name, my truck number, my phone number, and they're going to tell you, hey, text your trainer and introduce yourself. They're also going to send me your name, your truck number, and your phone number. And I'm going to text you and say, hey, my name's Fred. I've been assigned as your trainer. And I'm going to give you, okay, hey, listen, I'm out in the field right now, and I will be back in Odessa by this time, give or take an hour. At that point, if you don't have some things, then you need to go ahead and go get these. You need to go get water, and make sure you got a case of water. The bottled water, get a case of them. You need to make sure you have food. And then there's little things that I'll go over with you when we get back, or when we get together, that after I go through your trailer and all that stuff, and we check your hoses, that if we need to go get them, we'll go get them. So, as a trainer, I'm going to tell you, hey, look, I got to do my 10-hour break, or hey, it's time to go, or whatever. You need to be ready to go. So if I come, we go through everything, and I look at you and say, hey, you need to go to your truck and try to get as much sleep as possible, because you never know when they're going to call. Once my break's up and they say it's time to go, I'm going to come get you, and we're going to go to work. My job is not just to teach you how to do this job safely and effectively. My job is also to teach you how to effectively make money down here. My job is to teach you the game, so to speak. We have numerous loadout locations. We have numerous things that we do down here, and it is my job to teach you how to do them, so that when you're done training, you can go out here and make a good paycheck. So you need to expect that your trainer's going to expect you to work. We also understand that you may not have any experience at this. We get that. That's why we're trainers. Most of us understand that completely, and are not going to run you ragged the first couple days. We still need to make our paycheck, and you're making pay that first load. You don't have this BS over the road, oh, you're only going to get paid this much while you're training crap. We don't have that here. What you have is, you're going to be in your truck, you're going to follow us, and you're going to start making your percentage from that first load. We're going to start making you money first day you're in a truck. If we got loads, we're going to work. We're going to make you money, and we're going to train you while we're helping you make that money. So, don't come down here with the attitude that you're only going to do this specific set of time. Oh, I only run during the day. Well, during training, you're going to run any time, day or night, with your trainer. I mean, that's how it is. Don't come down, if you come down, and let's say you've got something that you need to be at one of those terminals for on a specific day, we need to know about it day one. Okay, I need to know, hey, I got to be in Odessa Thursday, because we moved down here and the shipment of my stuff's going to be in Thursday afternoon. Let me know that. Let your trainer know that. And more importantly, you need to let management know that in orientation at your terminal. Period. Because if you're a Carlsbad driver, you're going to do your orientation in Odessa. The operations supervisor, Larry Ridge down there, will send an email to Kyle, the terminal manager in Carlsbad, and let him know, hey, this guy has to have this day off for this reason. We will work with you on a lot of this. You also need to expect the heat, the rain, the wind, the critters, long hours. These are the 5 big things that people just, I don't know, their mind blanks. This is not an over-the-road job, okay? This is not a just get in the truck and go from, Columbus, Ohio to Los Angeles, California, and back up to a dock. That is not what this job is. You're going to get out of the truck and hook up hoses. Me as a trainer, I'm not doing that for you. You have to learn how to do it. I'm going to show you, and I will assist where I need to assist as far as your hoses go. You got to learn how to hook them up. I'm going to help you select your hoses. Say, hey, you probably need to get the 20-footer. Or, hey, you probably just need the 8-footer. Or you need a 45. And that's stuff I'll show you if I'm your trainer. But don't expect to come down here and it's going to be sunny and 70 all the time. That's not how it works. There's going to be days you're out on site, but so I highly recommend getting you a pair of steel-toed muck boots, because you're going to have steel-toed boots. Steel-toed boots. Bring them with you. Get you some that are good. I mean, you got to have them. I mean, you have to. There's no getting around that. You have to have steel-toed boots. But expect to have to unload if it's raining or it's really windy or the dust is blowing, and you're just getting covered in dirt and sweating. And I mean, that's the job. You need to expect that and be ready for it. So what I mean by be ready for it, you may not always get back to a terminal or a truck stop every night. It may not happen. I carry a big case of baby wipes to make sure at least I can clean the sand off my neck and my back and the hot spots, I like to call them, so that I don't feel just completely cruddy the next day. That being said, as a trainer, I do not like to get out and be out for more than a couple days. I'm not a guy that's going to run all week on no shower. That's not happening. So I will stop at a truck stop and make sure we all get a shower, or at the end of our shift, our day's ended, and I will get us to the closest terminal, which all have showers, so that we can all get a shower, get cleaned up, shave, and such things, so that we're comfortable. Another thing to expect, I was talking about critters, mosquitoes, flies, spiders. These are three big ones you will just deal with all the time. When I say spiders, I'm not talking about these big nasty tarantulas. That's not what I'm talking about. Crickets, all kinds of, your standard outdoor insects you're gonna deal with. Things you gotta watch out for are the snakes. You gotta watch out for snakes and scorpions. We're in West Texas, we're in the desert. I mean, we have those things down here. I know guys that have been here 6-7 months, never seen either one of them. But I know guys that have been here like me, quite a few months, and I see them all the damn time. I'm pretty good at spotting a snake, though. I used to catch them growing up. So, and rattlesnake tastes really good, just so you know. The other thing to expect is your sleep schedule is probably just going to be all screwy. You may, get back and you're on your 10-hour break and sleep for 7 hours, and then get up and everything's covered. If you need to do grocery shopping, I'd go get that done, but then again, you need to get some sleep too. You need to learn to be able to go back here and lay down when you're on site and sleep when you're waiting. That way, once you're unloaded, you can go get another one. Another thing to expect is homesickness, and I've been seeing that a lot here lately. This is not an over-the-road position, guys and gals. You're going to come out here, and it's not a job you're going to be home every other week. You're not going to make any money that way. It's not a job where you're going to go home every weekend like you would over the road. You're going to be here for 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks or more, depending on what you decide to do. And I've always said I say you should do at least 4 before you take time off. And your first tour out of orientation is 6 weeks. So you should expect to be here for 6 weeks. Another thing that you need to expect is we have a job to do out here. And there are times that this job can get very stressful. There are times this job can seem like it's beating you down, and typically that's your first 6 weeks. Because those first couple weeks you're gung ho, want to make a bunch of money. Then you get out there during your training week and you figure out, holy shit, this is tough. It's easy, but it's tough. 112 degrees out, or it's at night and the wind's blowing and just kicking dirt and sand in your face. And it will beat you down, and you will get, why am I even doing this? I want to go home. And that is completely up to you, but let me say this. There are way, way, way more good days than there are bad with this company. I've maybe had 2 days I would consider bad days. One of them, I'd been up, I'd had nothing but trouble all night. It was like I'd hook a hose up and the hose would blow, or an end would go bad, or I'd get hooked up and start blowing and they'd shut it down. And then I was long hosed all night. I was running over 100 feet of hose all night long. And that doesn't happen often, so that's rare. And it just happened to me that day. And then that last load, my trailer really wouldn't hold pressure real well, and it took me like 5 hours to unload that trailer. I got it done, but it just took forever. It wasn't anyone's fault. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't Push's fault. It wasn't Sand's fault. The trailer just had a seal finally went bad on it, and it would only build up pressure to about 5-6 psi. But it unloaded the trailer, so I didn't have to try to go to the shop and get it all fixed and then go back out to the site if the site was still up and they needed the sand. So it worked. It worked out. It took forever, but it worked out. The other bad day I can't really talk about right now, but it was a bad day. That's really it. The rest of the stuff is, you need to expect that you're going to have days that are longer than others. You're going to have short days. You're going to have days that you may have to sit around and wait for a load. You may have days that you get out to the site and the well goes down and the silos are full and you sit there for 20 hours. There again, we get back to make sure you have food and water and toilet paper. Make sure you got a roll of toilet paper in your truck, okay? Don't be crapping in your truck, first of all. That's disgusting. Don't be peeing in your truck in a bottle. That's disgusting. That being said, if you're out on site, guess what? They got those porta-john things. But what happens if you go over there and they ain't got no paper? Get you a 4-pack of paper, put in your truck. That way, you ain't got to worry about it. Every time I get out of the truck, I know I'm going to go use the restroom. I take a roll with me, just in case. Not that you really want to know all that, but just in case, there you go. So, let's talk about recruiting and what to expect from them. For those of you that have had more than one job in the transportation industry, you have dealt with recruiters. Even with your first job, you dealt with a recruiter, but when you started looking into another one, you were dealing with a recruiter. This is not one of those companies that, they offer you the freaking moon and stars, and then you get down here, and you're getting a bucket of elephant dung. That's not what we do here. Jason up in recruiting. All of them up there. All of them. Jason's the one I dealt with, and that's why I speak of him more often than not. But I have talked to the other recruiters for Brady. But Jason, he doesn't bullshit you, man. I mean, he's going to shoot you straight, and he's right. You're going to get a good piece of equipment. You're going to get a good trailer, and your trainer is going to go through that truck and trailer with you your first day. And we're going to make sure that trailer pressure up. We're going to make sure a pre-trip's done properly, show you how to, take the herd bumper down if you've never done that. Things to look for, but he doesn't BS you. He'll tell you straight up. It's the easiest, hardest job you're ever going to have, or the hardest, easiest job, however you want to put it. This job is hard, but it's super simple. Hooking up hoses and blowing off sand is stupid easy. It's easy to make money down here. It's also hard because you got to deal with the elements. It's 112 and you don't, yeah, it can be a tough job. But you should expect from them that they're gonna do their job, and they're gonna do it right. And if you have questions, all you have to do is ask, and they're gonna answer that question. Safety, what to expect from safety. Normal safety stuff. I don't know what else to say. It's safety department. You do what you're supposed to be doing the way you're supposed to be doing it, and you're not ever going to have any issues out of them anyways. I was on our safety list for driver time. Abe, the guy that runs our safety here in the Permian, come and asked me what it was about. I looked at the date. There was 4 of them. They were all 12 miles, and it was on a Monday morning. I can tell you 100% they used my truck for road test. And whoever used my truck didn't log in with their login credentials. So when I got back from the store and found out they had used my truck, I got it taken care of. That's the only time I've been, as far as speeding and e-log type stuff, that's the only time I've been on his radar, knock on wood. What else to expect? Crappy cell phone service. Guys, we're in the middle of nothing down here. The Odessa yard, I don't care what carrier you have, the Odessa yard has crap service. It's just like a dead bubble out there. There's spots on that yard you'll get perfect signal, and there's spots on that yard you'll get almost none. Here's my trainee. What is he doing? Just cleaning off his license plate. Smart guy. He caught on to this real quick. You better clean that off. Say hi to YouTube. Say hi, YouTube.
Hi, YouTube. What are you doing?
I'm doing a video. No, I'm done. I'm getting off. Hold on. So this video, as always, don't use my name for recruiting. I don't need the money. If you got questions, shoot me a comment. I'll answer it, and I'll give it to you straight up.
Hey, you can use my name though. No,
don't use his name either. He's too new, and I don't trust him. I got 2 trainees out here now.
What's going on, player?
So I'm gonna get off here and do my work, and we'll see you later.